Hey guys, and welcome back to Armchair Conversations with Rob. This is another one in the ongoing series of thoughts from the Retro Notebook. This one might be well liked by the martial artists in the group or people who are a little more competitive, athletic, aggressive, maybe even by people who are not. This is a side of me that a lot of people don't get to see as often these days because I'm a very peaceful person. I like the peace and flow of just everything being in harmony and smooth. But just like all of us, I have a baser nature, and there are parts in my toolbox, and we'll talk about toolbox someday in the future, that are necessary tools for things like protecting yourself and protecting others. And so at one point in my martial arts career, I was very enamored of a book called The Book of Five Rings. And it's written by a guy named Miyamoto Musashi. Very, very interesting character. I may do a little bit more discourse on him at some point, but let's just say the man learned a lot of things by very physical teaching. He went out there and basically challenged other sword fighters to duels. He fought in wars. He managed to survive tremendous physical challenges to then pen his thoughts later um, in his late years about life and swordsmanship and fighting and the tactics. And this one is about the tactic to crush. The spirit of the tactic to crush is to destroy the enemy both quickly and utterly. He is to be crushed straight away, with no possibility for reply or reprisal, with no thought given for his power, accomplishments, talents, and abilities. This one's pretty easy. Um, it's basically a focus issue and a belief issue in your own self and your ability. When you go against an opponent, you kind of have to suspend all um, judgment and thoughts of reality. You have to be willing to go out there and decide ahead of time that this person is not going to stop you. They are not going to stand in your way. They are not, it's a done deal, basically. If this person stands against you as an adversary, it is done. It's a wrap. It's a doogie. They are going down, and they're going to stay down, and they're not getting back up. And you have to have that mindset sometimes when you face a powerful or dangerous opponent. The other thing that you have to do is literally suspend reality when you get in a mode where you just, that this is what it's going to be. They have to be crushed. There is no if, ands, or buts. It's going to happen. You have to believe that it has to happen, that it's going to happen, and that it's already done. And it doesn't matter how big they are, how strong they are, how fast they are, what everybody says about their skill levels, how mean they are, how much spirit they have. They're done. It's over. They're crushed. They're going down. And that's basically this tactic. You have to be willing to look at a person that is an adversary to you and say that no matter what, it's done. You will be crushed. There is no, oh, I'm bigger than you. Oh, I'm stronger than you. Oh, I'm anything than you. You are to be crushed. There isn't anything else. And you literally have to work yourself into almost a hypnotic, I don't want to use the word maniacal because we have such a negative connotation, but you literally have to be in a truly hypnotic, almost um, unreal state of mind in believing that there is no other thing that can happen, that it can only be that. And that's what you go out with when you face an opponent. And when you face an enemy like that, I mean, don't think that the enemy can't sense it in you because everybody carries the weight of what they're planning to do and who they are in their eyes. And you look your enemy in the eye, and it's not even an issue. I mean, there is no opportunity for doubt here. You are going to crush them. And it's funny because psychological warfare is very much a part of anything to do with battle, with fighting, with combatants, even with things like athletics and just competing against one another. there's a psychological and spiritual component that has to be kind of melded together that change everything and definitely determines some of the winners and losers. Now, again, not everybody can suspend reality in that way, but if you can absolutely get a on fire, unwaverable, unshakable belief in yourself and what's going to happen, I do believe 9 times out of 10 the universe kind of moves out of your way. Because even in fighting, we talk about the stronger spirit winning. And that's basically what it means, because it's a level of focus, which at some point I'll give a decent talk about focus, and a belief that is going to overwhelm anyone else's idea of what they have, what they're going to do. And so that's kind of how that tactic is embodied in my brain both today and in yesteryear. I mean, I can't convey enough the idea that it's a wrap. It's done. It's not even a question. There's not even the possibility. Questions don't exist. It's over. And I think back to, like, for example, military training. My son is a Marine. He graduated from boot camp, and when I went out to their graduation ceremony, they were doing a motivational run in the morning, and you can hear them, you know, yes, Sergeant Major, hoorah, hoorah. And it sounds like they're very close to you, but what is impressive about it is they all spoke in unison. It was a very powerful reverberation, and I did not realize when I was filming pieces of this that they were a quarter of a mile away from me. So it is a reminder that in the mind of the enemy, you hear that and they're still a quarter mile away from you. What the hell do you think is going to happen when they get there? Okay. And so to me, it was a very quick primer about the idea of focus and about the idea of belief and an unwavering commitment to crushing the enemy. So, hope you liked that one. The quote was, the spirit of the tactic to crush is to destroy the enemy both quickly and utterly. He is to be crushed straight away with no possibility for reply or reprisal, with no thought given for his power, accomplishments, talents, and abilities. Doesn't matter. He's going down. That's the bottom line. So anyway, thank you for sharing my armchair. Hope that those of you that are into competition and martial arts like that one. Again, if you liked it, subscribe. And if you didn't, hey, that's what search engines are for. You can find something you do like. And again, share this with one other person and give me feedback and comments and open dialogue and discussion, because I want people to talk about things and think about things and stimulate some of the juices flowing in our world again. Have a great day wherever and whenever you are.